Hello students, welcome to the Shishant Database Management System. Okay, in our previous lecture we have seen what is the file based system and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of file based system, and we have seen the structural dependency and data dependency over there, how it will be. Okay, and now in our today's session we are going to see our objectives of database approach. Why we are going for the database approach? Why we are going for the database approach, that we are going to see in our today's session, so that you people will be having a clarity why we need to go from file based system to our database approach. Okay, now try to understand the objectives of your database, so that you people will be having a clarity why we are going from file based system to our database approach. The first and foremost objective of your database approach is your data shareability. See, this is the objective of your database, which will provide you that the similar kind of data will be applicable and available for different kind of applications that you are going to use. Means to say that we will be having a centralized phase where we will be storing the data. So from that particular location you can pick that particular data by using different kind of applications. It ensures the data items developed by one application will also be available for other applications. Okay, so I can use any application in order to modify, in order to access my database. Those can be reflected by other people, those who are having different applications in order to access that particular database. So when we are having this kind of data shareability, you people can reduce what? Redundancy. As that particular data can be accessed from only one place, you people can see whether they are entering the same data, whether they are entering the different kind of data. Okay, what is the data redundancy actually? Redundancy. Do remember about this term? Why? Because throughout our semester we will be listening to this. Redundancy is nothing but creating the copies of the same data. Creating the copies of the same data. That is nothing but your data redundancy is. This can be avoided when we are having the data shareability. Why? Because everyone is using the different application in order to access that. So they can access, they can modify the content. If you are having the same data that has to be updated into your database, you people will be getting the message, okay, this data is existing in your database already. You can throw an error message, you are having the same data. Okay, you people can see this in case of your mobiles or else in case of your systems. If you are using the same file name, then it will be asking you to put the different name, or else it will be throwing you an error message that this file is already exists. Okay, so that we can reduce the redundant names, we can reduce the redundant files, we can reduce the redundant data when we are having a accurate data shareability. And the next one is data availability. What do you mean by availability? Availability means making the data available for each and every user. This objective ensures the request data that is available for user in a meaningful format. Meaningful format means, as I said you people, the users can use any kind of application in order to access the data. As per their view, we need to send the data. As per their logical view, as per their requirement, we need to send the data, so that they will be saying that the data is available for each and every person. It is not, it doesn't matter about the data how you are storing it, but when the user access that, when the user want to see that particular data, then how you are presenting it, that matters, right? Then availability of the data should be there in such a manner that the other users, those who are using the database, they can understand it. Okay, and then next is data independence. This we could see in your database approach. Why? Because this is the major difficulty that we have found in file based system is. Okay, data dependency is there, where you need to change the structure of entire database, or else you need to change the structure of entire file. That will not be happen in case of file based system. But in this case, database approach, we are having the data independency. You can change the data in your database, or else any other person can access that data and it can be changed without affecting your application programs. See, In order to explain this, I want to make you clear that we will be having different kind of views for the database. One is external view. External view is nothing but those who are not having any knowledge, they will be thinking that we are going to store the database in this particular format. They are having their own view. Without affecting the physical view, without affecting the logical view of the data, they can imagine, they can access the data, they can use the data. But the logical view is that we can sometimes say we are creating the files, we are creating the tables, we are creating something like that. Okay, that is what the logical view. But in generally in a device we won't store the data directly like that. Okay, so whatever the imagination that we are doing, okay, we will be storing the data in a format of table. Those will become logical data. So it won't affect your external view. Okay, without affecting this particular thing, you can modify the logical view. Without affecting your logical view, you can change the external view. In the same way, when you are using the devices to store the data, that is what the physical view. Without affecting your logical view and external view, people can change the physical structure in order to store the data. That is what the data independency is. Okay, and the next one is data integrity. That is what the rules and regulations that we are putting towards our data. Okay, accurate information should be there. As I have given the example in a previous session, integrity is nothing but the rules. Say suppose if you are entering any application or as application details like employee application details, then employee should have more than 18 age and less than 25 age. Then you people will be putting the restriction, so they can enter the accurate date. For example, if you are having an account at the bank, then you should not have minus values into your account. Then we will be putting the restriction that the minimum value in an account should be 0. You can have 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 3 rupees in your account, but you people will be not having any minus values, no. So that is what the integrity. Accurate information will be given. Reliable information will be given when we are implementing the integrity onto your databases. And the last one is data security. It is a vital important and to organize the data to organization, I can say. Why? Because when you are having a huge amount of data that has to be handled by the organization, it should be having some security in order to handle what? A secret data. In order to have a secret data, in order to have a what? Confidential data, I can say. Why? Because when we are losing the data from our company, we may lose the products, we may lose the projects. Okay, so in order to not happen that, we need to maintain some confidentiality towards our data. So see, in our today's technology, if you are having data, you are having everything. If you are not having any data, you are not having anything. Okay, so like that. See here, for example, you have Flipkart or as Just Dial. You are having a Just Dial center where you people can call them and you people can ask them for anything. They are not having any product, they are not having any customers, those who can supply you people. But they are having a service center, they are having the data. Okay, at this particular place you can find this, at this particular place you can find this. They will be having those particular data and they will be serving. If that particular data is lost by that particular organization, then it will become a huge loss for them. So for that particular reason, we need to provide the security. We will be providing the security by providing the privileges, those who are working in the company, and we will be providing the security by using the passwords and names, and we can use fingerprints, face scanners and ID card scanners. We can use any kind of technology in order to provide the security in the database, as well as in order to have the data security, we will be authenticating the people, those who are accessing the database. Okay, authentication is very important in order to access the database. If they are not authenticated, they should not access what? Their database. That is the reason we are saying that we will be having a vital and important role towards your data security in the databases. I hope it is clear to you people. And these are the major objectives that you need to remember why we are going for a database approach, so that you can understand it in easy manner. Okay. I hope it is a just little bit lengthy theoretical manner, but they are very important to be remembered why we are going for the database approach. They will be giving us the information. Okay. That's it for now. See you in the next one. Thank you.